Should people still go to college and university?
No.
Why?
Do you want to know why?
Yeah, I want to know.
Well, firstly, if you are living in a country where your university education is taken care of for you, where it's free, do it. 4 years on a campus, amazing way to experience life. If you live in the US and you have to go in ridiculous debt to get a college degree, it's not worth it because more and more companies simply don't give a damn. In today's world, you are more likely to secure a job and make money by wasting 4 years of your life on a campus, and instead going into self-directed learning. You want to work for Google? Well, Google no longer requires college degrees. You can take a class on Google's online training platform, and in 6 months get a qualification to get a job at Google. You want to be a programmer? Go study at Pluralsight. You want to get into marketing? Go study at theforge.com. All of these things exist right now, and these are shortcuts to jobs. Jobs today are super specific, right? They're super specific. You become an Instagram expert, or you become an expert in machine learning for self-directed cars, and guess what? All of these super specific skills you can directly learn online. And then the rest of your learning happens on the job. You do not need a certificate anymore.
If there's also something to be said about the skills you learn right now are going to change every 5, 10, 15
Exactly.
years, right?
Exactly. The most important jobs today are so unique, so different. There were no college courses on them 10 years back. And the same thing is going to be true of our future. So Peter Diamandis, who's one of the foremost futurists in the world, he predicted in 2016, I remember listening to him speak, and he said something fascinating. He said between 2000 and 2016, there was as much change in the world as between 1900 and 2000. And then he said between 2016 and 2022, there will be an equal amount of change in the world between 2000 and 1900 and 2000. Now think about that. We're seeing that right now. And he went on to say between 2022 and 2026, in 4 years, we will see 100 years of change. So if you're going to spend those 4 years in a frickin' college campus, isolated, by the time you come out, the world is going to be so different. What you learned in college, odds are it's going to be obsolete.
What does this mean for universities like Harvard, Stanford, even University of Texas, University of Colorado?
They're going to have to change their business model. Universities are great research institutes, right? For research, it's amazing. So universities should continue funding research. Government should help support these universities because so much great research comes out. But universities, as a place to get a certificate guaranteeing you a job, what a load of BS. That's no longer true.
Let me push back on that a little bit, because I went to George Washington University, which at the time was one of the most expensive institutions in the US. And I feel really bad for students right now because of the pandemic, right? It's like, yeah, that definitely is not worth $50,000 a year to sit on Zoom in your parents' house. But what about the things, the intangibles you get from the university campus, from those 4 years of critical thinking, meeting people from different backgrounds, living in the dorm?